Good morning, Zio here, and today we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077, and I have a special guest right over here.
I'm back, baby.
D-Pad Chad is joining us again as we talk about the disastrous launch of Cyberpunk 2077 and CD Projekt Red. So let's get into it, shall we? There we go. We've got something up on the screen. Isn't that cool?
Neat.
It's all he's got. All he's got is neat. He hasn't been here in a while, and he comes back, it's like, that's just neat. Yeah, that is spectacular. Thank you very much. I worked very hard on that transition.
You know, actually, when I saw that transition, I told him, like, I gotta rip that. I mean, come up with my own original idea for mine.
Yeah, because it's not like I totally ripped that from anywhere or anything.
Yeah, I didn't totally see that on a website for sale either.
No. That's not how this works. Anyway, Cyberpunk 2077 is having a disastrous launch on par with 76. Well, maybe not as on par with 76. But yeah, apparently PlayStation has pulled it from stores, and it is the entire PlayStation store, it would seem, not just the PS4 store. So PS5 can't digitally get it either, possibly.
Really?
But I can't confirm it because I don't have a PS5 to check it out. But I can't bring it up on the online store. So if I can't bring it up on the online store, there's a good chance the PS5 isn't going to be able to search it either. But, nobody's confirmed that yet, so any of you PS5 users, feel free.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that, and I was like, I know it's off of 4, but I don't know about 5.
Well, see, I tried searching it online, because usually when you do, it will tell you the platform, right? It will say that it's for the Vita, or it was for the PS3 or PS4, or if it was available on both PS4, PS3, and so on and so forth. And the PS5, of course, just launched. But, usually it would do the same thing, where it would say, like, at the bottom somewhere, because if we go over here to Microsoft still has it. They're offering full refunds, just like PlayStation is, for the Xbox One versions, but they didn't pull it from their store. But, you can search their stuff and it will tell you exactly where this thing is at on the Xbox Series X and S and the Xbox One stores. So they didn't actually pull it, but they are offering, full refunds.
This is kind of reminded me of kind of what they did with No Man's Sky.
Fill me in, because I don't remember what they did with No Man's Sky.
Well, No Man's Sky, not that it was that big of a disaster, because you didn't have the front man of it going out and promising that he was going to give you magic and then give you nothing. But what ended up happening was they were doing the same thing, offering refunds to anybody who and this went on for like some time.
Oh, they did.
I can't remember.
Didn't they offer magic, though? Like, they offered the entire world and then failed miserably.
Are you talking about Cyberpunk?
No, I'm talking about whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Cyberpunk didn't do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No Man's Sky did, and torch and pitchforks abound.
Yeah. That is a thing that happened, isn't it? But
oh
yeah, I think Cyberpunk would have been a lot better if they didn't release it for the current gen. I mean, I understand why they did it, but they should not have done it, because this game runs way better on the next gen and PC.
Yeah, and even next gen's arguable.
Well, I mean, if we want to go look at their specs, which are almost exactly identical, except for the GPU being slightly more powerful on one, yeah. So everybody was shouting about how the next gen's going to be better or on par with PC, and I'm sitting here thinking, no, I haven't exactly looked up the specs, but I guarantee it's about as right there where my PC is, it's probably damn close to that. And it's a 3-year-old PC.
Well, let me give you something in comparison. I just bought a AMD 6300 processor for about $120. This is a old processor. It's the best that my motherboard can handle right now without upgrading the motherboard. And it is better than what they have in those systems for $100.
That's sad. How old are you? Nobody look at this. That is totally nowhere close to my age. I'm going to say I'm 24, 27. That's fine. But yeah, apparently we've got a loading time. Oh, yeah, that's also the one thing that everybody gets on. Right? Anytime I look up like specs, what is better and stuff, everybody always does this sort of thing here. It's like, well, the loading times are better on the next gen. It's like, okay, so you don't have to wait 2.3 seconds longer. Wow. That seems to be the only real argument. Is there a graphical display? Oh, this is just a loading time tech demo. My bad. But anyway. Yeah, Cyberpunk is having a very, very bad day. Offering refunds on the Microsoft Store. They're offering refunds on the PlayStation Store. It's not even available on PSN as of recording. And their stock has plummeted. A lot.
I'll be honest. I'd be buying Cyberpunk stock like crazy right now.
CD Projekt Red stock.
Look,
yeah, let's take
tired.
a look. CD.
I'd be if Cyberpunk stock existed, I'd buy that too.
Let's take a look at it real quick. We're down to 18.50.
I can afford that. I might invest in that.
Oh, this is just one day. Wow, look at how this thing has gone for one day. Let's see. And here we go. We got the crash. This thing was up at 21, max 22. And then it crashed. Recently. Like the 17th. Straight up just crash. That's bad. It's not their biggest peak either.
Yeah. Well, Witcher, I'm sure around the time Witcher was at the height of its popularity was their peak.
What happened December 4th? Oh, that must have been hype for Cyberpunk, I bet. Let's take a look. What is the max?
I think December 4th was when they talked about I'm not even kidding. They called the black man who was the front man of Cyberpunk a white supremacist.
Oh, is that what happened? Was that a thing that happened?
Yeah, somewhere around December 4th, they called him like a white supremacist or something like that.
Oh,
it was some Twitter BS. I'm not even on there anymore, so I caught it out of the periphery.
I'm barely on Twitter, which reminds me, if you haven't followed any of us, go to Parler and you can follow D-Pad Chad and myself, where we update things all the dang time because Twatter sucks. But if you must use a Twatter, I do have one too that I just throw out a video on, and that's about it. And you can also find us in other locations like me for YouTube and BitChute and him for BitChute and wherever else you happen to live. Where do you stream at?
BitChute and Twitch for now, but Twitch. Honestly, once BitChute gets their live streaming up, it's going to be BitChute.
Yeah, I was recording a video earlier about Twitch and talked about how I don't stream there because it sucks so much. And then was like, BitChute, fix that.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the compilations of the errors, and it's basically been issues with the where they spawn in the NPCs, they'll be out of place. So like if the NPC spawns dead on is supposed to spawn dead on the ground, the Z-axis is raised up, so they're floating.
Oh, that's nice.
They'll T-pose, yeah.
You know, I haven't actually watched any of this stuff, but
it's hilarious.
did that guy like disappear and fall out of the? Yeah, that's
yeah.
That sounds that's about right. But yeah, this game is littered with glitches. A lot of them, a lot of the game-breaking ones are rooted in current gen. Well, can we call it current gen? You know, the Xbox 4 and the Xbox 4. The PlayStation 4 and whatever Xbox had.
Yeah.
Would we still be calling that current gen, or is that old gen old gen now?
And a lot of this, like T-pose you see here, is due to it trying to load too quickly and then having to reset the position. It's the processor not keeping up.
Yeah. If you were to buy Cyberpunk 2077, I urge you to get it on PC. PC. So yeah. That is the best way. The best way to go about doing it. Just order it on PC, because PC is still the master race, whether you like it or not. What is? This, can I even show that on camera? Hold on.
She has a leak. They're cyborgs.
She obviously has a leak. Which is totally fine. Everybody has leaks. It happens once in a while. Sometimes, you know, that fluid just starts pouring out and you can't do anything about it. But, yeah. I think Cyberpunk would have been better off waiting. It really would have. Especially if it wanted to do current or last gen instead of current gen. Right? Let's see. Oh! Wow. That sucks.
I'll be honest, this would be great for any Let's Player just to make fun of, though.
Oh, I'm sure it's already... Well, it has happened. We're looking at one right now. This is a Fell compilation.
Well, yeah, I mean... But here's the thing. You can say this is terrible, and it is bad. But also, Skyrim, No Man's Sky, Fallout 4... Fallout 76. Are all these games pulled?
No, they're not. If anything, I think 76 should have been pulled immediately, but they were selling that through... No, they sold that through everything. It was the PC port that had to go through the Bethesda store.
Oh, I got a big one for you. Grand Theft Auto Online. Literally unplayable. You couldn't load in. When it first came out, you could not play it online, and that was a major reason a lot of people bought, myself included, bought 5. I didn't care about 5, that GTA 5. I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 for the online. Couldn't play it.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'd be pretty pissed off. If I was paying attention to Grand Theft Auto, I probably would have known that by now, but I didn't. But, yeah, I think they really should have held off, or at least not put it out for the PS4 and the Xbox One. They should have just skipped the generation and went PC and Xbox X or Xbox Series, whatever, and then the PS5. I should have been the way to go, because at least they're playable versions, right? The other versions, they're totally broken to the point that you can't even play them in most cases. Not to mention the graphical glitches.
Well, from my understanding, the past gen, the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 one, you'll just error out. It'll give you the blue screen of death and all that, and just nope.
Yeah, I tried to watch some people play it on those consoles, and I can't even count how many times their screen was like, hey, we've encountered an error. We have to restart the thingy. And it bounces out to restart the entire game again. And I'm like, wow, it's not even playable on these consoles.
Now, I will say an NPC falling through the ground, that is game breaking.
Wait, what just happened? Did this guy pick up a motorcycle and then fall from the sky as a result, trying to get onto it?
That's just a new upgrade he got.
A new upgrade that kills you. The second
Didn't
you
he
jack
score?
a motorcycle.
It jacks you back.
Hey, at least it didn't kill him. Fall damage must be
Yeah.
turned off here. And there he goes.
Not anymore.
Ow. That was great.
Oh, man.
And we have Professor Xavier there.
So, they're going to have to fix it for sure.
Oh, yeah. But this is by far the worst launch all year.
Yeah.
I mean, Fallout 76 was pretty bad, and it's still not that great in my opinion. I mean, sure, they finally done things that they should have started with, but...
Well, wait. Was 76 this year or last year?
I think this is going to be year 3.
So, yeah. If Fallout 76 was this year, I would have said 76, but...
Nah, that was last year.
So, yeah. This was probably the worst.
Or the year prior. I can't remember. It's starting to get a little dated now, but it took them like 2 years to get the Wastelander pack out to actually put NPCs into the game. So, you know, to make it a halfway okay game for a Bethesda Fallout title. And even then, it's still not that great.
Go in the T-Pose army. Launch the T-Poses of war.
What the... Yeah. That chase ended real quick. These are just hilarious.
I mean, they need...
What the hell? I probably would have thrown my controller up and been like, what the fuck at that point?
Looks like I'm walking.
It's like I'm trying to go through a door, and the next thing you know, you're 3 miles out in the desert. Oh,
the warp pipe.
That's good stuff. It's just sad that this was such an highly anticipated game, right? Everybody was looking forward to this thing, and then it came out, and sure there was. It wasn't as bad on, the Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC, even though it still had glitches, but they were forgivable, right? They were more of the T-pose glitch versus completely unplayable that the other gen systems got.
Well, from my understanding, and I haven't been able to verify this, so caveat this with not verified.
Hold up, we gotta watch this leak.
We got a leaker. So on the PC, apparently there is almost no bugs if you meet the recommended requirements, and even on minimum requirements, the bugs are minimal.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too.
And it's all console side for the most part, and that's not because I'm like PC Master Race or anything. It's literally just that's what I've been hearing. I don't own the game, so I don't know. My PC really can't run it. So
it's because of PC Master Race. Don't believe him. I mean, it could have nothing to do with the specs of the current consoles or anything, right? That are still 3 years behind what a PC is capable of.
I mean, my updated CPU is still not enough to meet minimum requirements. It's just below it.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the minimum requirements because, one, I don't buy games day one for the most part, with the exception of WoW expansions, and two, I'm going to wait a little bit first. So, I also don't buy consoles day one because they have issues.
No, I just don't buy consoles anymore.
Well, I mean, I have every console but the Switch, so, and the next gen. I collect. I mean, it might take me a few years to buy it, but I collect.
My wife's addicted to Harry Potter Lego now. So.
Harry Potter Lego. Hey, Harry Potter Lego, I bet, handles itself better than Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, everybody, get your refund and go buy Harry Potter Lego.
There you go. If Cyberpunk just wasn't what you expected, crashes all the time, Lego Harry Potter. There you go.
Hey, Cyberpunk Lego. There's your next one.
Don't give them ideas.
Well, here's something that I also want to point out. Have you ever heard of the Cyberpunk curse?
I've heard you talk about it, but I don't think I've heard it outside of that, because you've mentioned it in the past as the Cyberpunk curse, but I actually don't know what that's about.
Okay, so the curse goes like this, and it's within the sci-fi cyberpunk community. No game made in the cyberpunk genre will ever be successful. No video game. And this isn't like, some voodoo or anything like that. It's literally Shadowrun, commercial failure.
I love Shadowrun.
I love it too, but it failed.
I know it failed, but I loved it so much.
Oh, I did too. The Super Nintendo one was okay. The Sega one was amazing.
Gosh, I missed that. We need another one. No. If there's a curse, we don't need another one. But still.
Well, that's the problem. So they're great, but they can never find their niche. And everybody who was part of the community was like, Cyberpunk will break the curse. Fuck!
Yeah, so much for that. It probably could have if they left it in development a little bit more.
8 more years.
Which brings me to another thing that kind of grinds my gears. Right? This game has been in development for such a long time. And then they had to push it back. And then they had to push it back. Then they had to push it back. Right? And they had to push it back because it was this. Right? This is what they had. They needed to fix that. And then everybody got all angry because they had to push it back. Then everyone got all angry because they had to work an extra day out of the week. Ooh. And then they finally decide, you know what, screw it, we'll launch it. And everybody's angry because it's not completed. Because it's a buggy mess. It's like, make up your mind, people. You can't simultaneously be pissed off because they keep pushing it back to make the game better, and then come at them when it's a buggy, unplayable mess on certain consoles. You can't do that.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what happened during those 8 years. Like, what was the process? Because I get this is huge game and it's open world and looks amazing. Honestly, what it's going to become will probably be amazing. What it is now is hilariously amazing, but not for the right reasons. It's what happened during those 8 years. Was there and I got a theory that maybe it went into development hell.
I have a theory too.
What's your theory? What you got?
All right, my theory is this. Not development hell per se, but my theory is they designed this game purely for PC. That was their main goal, to make a PC-only version. And then somewhere along... That guy's got a gun sticking out of his skull. Anyway.
Wow, he's hardcore.
Yeah. But anyway, somewhere along the way, they were like, no, we must make this for the Xbox One and the PS4. And they're like, okay, we'll figure it out. And in order to figure it out, it required downgrades naturally. Not the first game to do that, by the way. Uh, what was that last one?
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs, yeah. Where they made an amazing version for the PC. Graphics were great, everything was beautiful, worked, it was good, but then in order to actually put it on the consoles, they had to downgrade literally everything and launch that universally for the expressed reason of we can't have PC players saying they have a superior product at the same price. And then PC players went in and fixed it using mods and unlocked, the high def graphics and all that good stuff in order to have a better experience with the game, and then still gloated about it, and then got pissed off because Watch Dogs did that, right? I think that we're getting a similar thing right here. The game was designed purely for PC. Then they were like, we got to put it on these consoles. Then they got word that the next gen was actually going to happen. So then they had to port it over for that. And then forgot that they were originally supposed to be porting it to the more underperforming consoles. And did that last second. When it came down to it.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what happened. It was originally supposed to be a PC-only port that then got hammered into the current gen. Then the next gen showed up because, 8 years this game's been in development? That's plenty of time for another generation to show up on your doorstep without realizing that it's there. And then try to downport it to that. And then go, oh, we forgot our original 2 consoles. And that's how we got this. The buggy, messed up mess that we have.
I mean, I hate to say it, but somebody contact Rockstar.
Contact Rockstar. Maybe they can pull off a Cyberpunk game.
I mean, at least the collision detection. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did hear or see somebody posting about, hey, Rockstar, you think you can fix this? Somewhere on the interwebs, I saw that, so.
Just don't let Rockstar touch the networking.
Yeah. I don't do Rockstar online anyway, so. I just hate the fact that in order for me to play, GTA 5, they make me sign in on the PC. I hate that.
Do they?
Yeah. I couldn't get on to play it because it wouldn't let me sign in because I forgot what credentials I used for it. Because I used a throwaway email.
I just use Steam.
But, yeah, I'm not sure what mine's through. I think mine actually is through the Epic Store because it was free. Yeah, Steam may be a different thing. It just uses your Steam credentials. Then it wouldn't be a problem. But,
Epic, gross.
That or maybe I got it through the Microsoft Store. I don't know. I don't remember. I got it free somewhere on my PC. That is just still fantastic. 3 miles out trying to enter a door.
I just got this mental image of all the sound effects I would put in to these clips, like the Mario warp pipe sound effect for that door.
Yeah, you got anything else to talk about?
Honestly, I can't wait to see what this becomes. Because as bad as it is now, I see so much potential. Like, I'm talking Skyrim levels. How long has Skyrim been out?
Forever. It never released. It's just always been. Always will.
They're still making mods. People are still has a healthy community. If they get, I'm calling it now. And by the way, just to clarify, I've never played a CD Projekt Red game. I've never played Witcher. Never played any of their games that I know of. So I am not a fanboy.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this game, and I'm like, it's open world, sci-fi, has adult themes, it has everything the fandom wants. All the only issue is the technical issues that can easily be fixed. What's that sound like? That sounds like Skyrim.
Yeah. If they allow modding on the consoles, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, on the PC, I guarantee there's going to be some amazing mods out there. You just wait. You'll eventually be running around with lightsabers and doing the Darth Vader and maybe, I don't know, the Flash or something running across the city. Superhero mods.
The one criticism I had about Cyberpunk, and this is from day one, I always envisioned having a crew of other players with me running missions in a Cyberpunk setting, and like having one of them betray you, and a player, not an NPC, a player. Like their mission is to betray you and like turn on you mid mission. You know what I'm saying? Like I never got a game where like your friends, like Shadowrun.
Yeah.
Where, you always had the sense of like you had a crew to run against the giant mega corporation. You had to break into the building, steal a sensitive document for they called them Johnsons, which has a different connotation, really. But
Go steal their Johnson.
yeah. Jeez, now I'm remembering a commercial. Anyway, but in the Cyberpunk, when I first heard it announced, I was like, "Oh, are they going to have multiplayer?" They're not. Maybe next time. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Maybe they'll add it. Maybe modders. I don't know. But I'd love to see Cyberpunk open world multiplayer.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I was seeing if maybe it said something about it over here.
No, they said it's single.
Yeah, I know they said it was going to be single player, but I didn't know if maybe they had made some plans to multiplayer or something. I just missed it. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that too, getting a crew together and going to run missions, being the guy who betrays you all. I mean, having somebody possibly betray us all, that sort of thing.
Zio's acting kind of sus.
I'm totally not sus. It was Chad, I'm telling you. I saw him jump out of a vent. Yeah. Right before you called the meeting. And I guarantee when this meeting ends, I'm going to die.
But yeah, so, I mean, and the thing is, like, could you imagine, like, having one person hack the cameras while the other person blows a door up just as a distraction? Cool. I mean, hey, that's not a bug, that's air guitar.
Yeah, and that's also air bench with it too, right?
Exactly. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, that's about all I got. You can check. I guess well.
Okay, Rough Nut.
Okay. D-pad Chad is now lost to the cat. The cat has won. You can check him out over on Chute and on Parler. Go follow him on all his social medias, which will be linked somewhere down below. And I guess that's all we got. We will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching.
Go for it.
Or use it at the end where, you can click on my face to subscribe to the channel. I might do that. And he is gone.
Go for it.
Oh, start coming in, or start whatever.
I'm back, baby.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh. You said come on in.
Okay, let's do this again in 3, 2, 1.